Okay, good morning, everybody. What's going on? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to a full day of streaming, my friends. Today is Thursday, December 5th, 2019. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to my first of two gameplay streams. How's everybody doing today? I hope I find you well. I hope you're in a good mood and you're ready for some fun streaming action. Of course. So, welcome. What are we doing today? Should be a fun day. A good variety of stuff today for sure. Continuing on with one playthrough and starting up a new one. Although it certainly is not a new game. It should be fun to do what we're gonna do today. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about everything that we'll be doing today, shall we? So first of all, the first stream today is the continuation of Shenmue III. This is a playthrough that I started up during the weekend on Sunday. And for my first 4 hours of gameplay, I can very much tell you this game feels very much like Shenmue II. It has a lot of the same exact gameplay mechanics. It's got grinding in it, much like Shenmue II did. It really doesn't look like they were looking to go out of their way to break the mold too much, so to speak, in this game. They really just wanted to keep it kind of exactly what you had seen and expected up to now in Shenmue. That's not a bad thing if you're a fan of the series. I would say it's only a bad thing if you're someone who's not a fan of the series and we're looking for a more modernized game, then you might be a little bit disappointed. Okay? But outside of that, I liked it so far. The first 4 hours were fun, albeit, as I said, a little bit grindy, and I will say this, I was very happy that, again, I'm an interactive streamer, and that we have fun hanging out with each other here on the streams, and can talk and conversate and have a good time. Because quite frankly, if that weren't the case, and I was playing this game by myself, I don't know how much fun I'd be having with it. But because we're hanging out while I'm doing this grinding style stuff and everything, it's a hell of a lot more fun, I think. So, that's a good thing, right? So, it's 4 more hours of Shenmue 3 today. Today, the first thing we're doing is we're taking on the thugs. There's a group of thugs who've been harassing everyone in the town. And we're going to try to beat them up. Here on the stream, see if once we defeat them, where the plot goes, okay? So it should be a good time. I hope you guys are excited. I am excited for more Shenmue 3. Now, later tonight on the late night stream, okay, we're going to be starting up one of the 2 games in the Disney Games collection that I purchased last week during the Black Friday sale at Best Buy. Which game is totally up to you. Because the collection has 2 games. It's Aladdin as well as The Lion King, remastered for modern consoles, okay? So, I never played Aladdin at all. Lion King I owned and I mastered, but that was a really long time ago. We're talking like, 25 years ago. That's the last time I played The Lion King. So, no matter what, these games are going to be pretty challenging. These games back in the day used to be incredibly difficult. On purpose. The reason they made them like that was because you would buy them for a full price release, and they wanted to be sure that if you were paying, a good amount of money for these games back then, that you were getting your money's worth when it came to, hours of play. So a lot of these games were incredibly difficult to justify the price tag, because otherwise, if you knew how to beat them, you could beat them within like an hour. Okay. So, tonight, it'll be your choice whether you want to see me play Aladdin or you want to see me play Lion King. I'm going to give the power to the viewers on the stream to see what you guys want to see me do. Okay, and it should be fun. No matter what, I think. It'll be a good time, but I'm curious to see what you guys select for tonight's stream. So that's the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Tomorrow, we're swinging back to my other ongoing playthrough, which is Pokemon Sword. That should be fun. 4 more hours of chill Pokemon action, catching Pokemon, doing fights, evolving Pokemon, and going to gyms and the like. At this point, I think I've beaten 5 gyms, 5 of the 8 gyms completed. So we're more than halfway through the game now, and it's still an ongoing and very fun playthrough. I'm looking forward to more of that tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, it's the late night Street Fighter throwback stream, where I play old school Street Fighter games on my late night stream. I love doing this. Street Fighter is my favorite fighting game franchise of all time, and Street Fighter 2 in particular, my favorite game. So I always love taking some time to play the classics, okay? So that's going to be Friday night. Then this weekend, we're going to mix it up, probably on Saturday. Probably going to do... I forget if I scheduled the premiere of Medieval for Saturday or not. I think I did. So I think I'm starting up Medieval, the remaster. If you don't know what that is, it's a game that is an action game from the early 2000s. I think it was the early 2000s. It was the late 90s or the early 2000s for the PlayStation 1. And it's quite a good game. I played it back in the day. I really liked it back then when it was a new release. Well, they re-released it this Halloween season in HD, and I wanted to play it, but I didn't have a chance because I was too busy with all the new releases. So now we're finally going to take time to start that up on Saturday, okay? And then Saturday night, I'm going to be doing more Modern Warfare. New maps have released, including 3 maps from the original Modern Warfare game, and that were also featured back in the Modern Warfare Remastered game, so it should be interesting to play on those new maps this weekend. Sunday, we'll do some more Shenmue 3, and we're going to pair that with something, I'm not sure what yet. More than likely, maybe more Disney classics. And then on Monday, probably more Pokemon paired with my weekly Minecraft chill stream. Okay? So that's the week, you know. It's going to be a fun streaming week for sure. Great variety, you know. Tons of different kinds of games. Fun stuff every single day. I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. All right? Good stuff in the works, as they say. All right, good stuff. Outside of that, just a couple updates here. So, first of all, I'm quite frankly, I'm really glad that we didn't do the sub goal yet for this month. As you know, I said we're doing a subscriber goal this month, where if we hit the subscribers goal, I'll be doing a fun Viewer's Choice event, okay? I love doing Viewer's Choice. I love giving you guys the power to choose what game I'll do for a playthrough. And we haven't done it in a long while, so I thought this would be a great time to bring back the Viewer's Choice. However, take a look at the subs, right? The other day we were like through 675, now we're at 653, and as you can see the point I was making the other day, I didn't want to rush it and start the monthly goal yet, because I was afraid that what would happen is that they would dip as they did, and when they dipped, we would basically not be able to catch up with whatever the goal was that I would have set when they were already higher. See what I mean? So I think what I did was smart. I think what I did made sense. Now, now we can wait, and what I will do is probably this coming weekend, okay? Probably like Saturday or Sunday. Then once I see how stuff goes with subs, then I will set a more realistic goal for the month, okay? And that way it's attainable, rather than me setting a goal that's unattainable, and it's very disappointing to people that we can't reach the goal, okay? So coming to Saturday or Sunday, a new sub goal will be set up, and then we'll start working for that towards the month, okay? Good stuff. In addition to all of that, please continue to nominate games for the holiday marathon. That is correct. The nominations are still open. Type !marathon to have the link come up to nominate those games. That also this weekend is going to end. What I'm going to do is this weekend I'm going to close off nominations and make the poll dependent on your nominations, and you guys will be able to start voting on what games you want to see during my holiday marathon, which will take place right before Christmas. It's going to be the weekend before Christmas. It'll be a marathon-style event where I play a ton of different games based on what you've nominated and voted for. I'll be dressed up in holiday attire. I'll be drinking a bit. It'll be a fun event, okay? Good stuff coming up, and I hope that you are excited for that, guys, okay? A few other updates. Calibor Man is asking, how did the PUBG stream go last night? Good question, because last night I did a one-off PUBG stream. That's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Battle Royale. And I did it because I wanted to see if you guys were still interested in Battle Royale, and then if I played it, if it would garner, interest in to keep doing streams like this. The stream did well. The stream went pretty well. Attendance was good. We had a lot of fun conversation. To the point where, I would definitely consider doing it again next week. Doing a second stream next week and see if we can keep the attention going. See, it was funny because I haven't played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds in a while, especially consistently. I really haven't played this game in a while. I got second place one match, which is ludicrous. I almost won the match. It's just that I was fumbling with the controls. I couldn't remember exactly how to do stuff in the game. So the only reason I actually got killed at the end was because I couldn't get the gun to like aim properly because I was fucking being stupid and couldn't remember how to do it. So it was pretty crazy. I haven't played the game in a million years. I get second place, right? So yeah, so that is a possibility of something that we could do as a staple, maybe once a week. If you guys like it, let's see what happens. Maybe next week we'll do another stream and see how it goes, okay? Now, another thing people have been asking me recently is, what's going on with these Penne points on my channel? What's happening with them? Are they going away? What's the deal? I wish I had a concrete answer for all of you. I don't. What I can tell you is that a couple weeks ago, probably 2-3 weeks ago, when I was messing around with these points, you know, I was setting up the goals for like the Pokemon streams and stuff like that. You know how I set up the special rewards where people can choose Pokemon to be on my streams and stuff like that. While I was doing that, there was a message that appeared. There was a message that appeared on the screen, and the message said, "Oh, FYI, you know, you probably want to notify your viewers that these channel points are probably going to go away around." I think it either said December 14th or December 19th. I can't exactly remember the date it said, but it said a date around that time, like somewhere around the middle of the month. Okay, so it said, "FYI, make your viewers aware that these points are going to go away at this time." Okay. Now, some people have been asking me, well, why would they even do that? Why would they get rid of the points? Well, it's because they're actually enabling these channel point system for everyone in January. Right now, only people who applied for the beta, like me, have those points. But apparently they're making it site-wide come January, so everyone can have this point system, which is a good thing. I think the point system is fun, right? However, that means they need to reset the system. And if they reset the system, obviously the existing points go away. So I can't confirm nor can I deny if these points are actually going to disappear come the middle of December or not. Because here's the thing. This morning I was like, oh, maybe I can find that message again, and that way I can reconfirm the date. It's gone. I don't know if it was a one-time thing where you clicked on it and it showed it. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it works in that regard. So I don't know how long they're going to last. I don't know if they're going away. I'm very confused. I'm just as confused as you guys as to what's going on with the Penne point system. All right. So I guess we'll see. We're certainly close enough to the middle of December to know sooner rather than later what's happening with the Penne points, right? And again, I apologize if the Penne points completely disappear. I have no control over that. Obviously, I'd like you guys to keep them and indefinitely be able to use them. The other thing that's going to be a real hassle is if they do go, let's say they go away around the middle of December and they don't come back till sometime in January. Well, remember, when I'm playing Pokemon Sword, I'm giving you guys the ability to choose 3 Pokemon for my party every stream. And now I won't even be able to do that, right? I won't even be able to do that because the stupid thing isn't going to work. That's really dumb. You know, like, you give someone the ability to do something, then, oh, it's really good. Well, we're taking it away now for a month. It's like, ugh, I already integrated it into my content, right? I understand I was one of the early adopters. Like, I was one of the lucky people who got in early. And you're always, whenever you get into a beta of something, it's always subject to change at a moment's notice or end at a moment's notice. So quite frankly, it's mostly my fault that I made the decision to do this. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so FYI, if you've accumulated quite a lot of channel points here on my channel, they may be going away. I can't confirm or deny if they are, but if they do go away, I apologize in advance. It may behoove you to actually use a lot of these points sooner rather than later. That way you don't lose the points, you know, before you get a chance to use them. You see what I mean? So you might want to do some highlighted messages today. Maybe mess with some of the temporary emotes or change some of the emotes around for yourself. Maybe you want to, on the Pokemon stream tomorrow, try to be one of the people who can choose one of the Pokemon that'll be in my party, etc. Okay? By the way, we are doing Throwback Street Fighter once a week. And one of the ideas that I had for the point system is that what I can do is I can set up the same thing like we do with Pokemon, where maybe like 5 people a stream can choose characters they want to actually see me use that night in Street Fighter. So, for example, I'm setting up my Retro Street Fighter stream, and within the first couple minutes, I set it up, and boom, people say, okay, I want to see you play with Ryu, Cammy, and DJ tonight, right? And then, okay, well, those are the characters that I'll specialize in tonight when I'm playing the games that have those characters in them or whatever, right? I thought that would be a neat idea. Now, the reason I didn't do that yet is because the penne points are apparently going away. So why set up a new feature that everyone's going to like when I play Street Fighter, and then the feature goes away immediately, right? So I'm going to do that once the penne points are locked in permanently. Then we will consider doing that stuff, okay? But I don't want to do it yet and get everyone excited for it, and then it goes away. Okay? Alrighty then. Sounds like a surprise. Says, do that so we can do it tomorrow, man. Set it up so we can do it tomorrow. Maybe I will. If you guys... Alright, how about this? Tomorrow, guys, remind me. Remind me. And what I will do, perhaps, I will set it up so maybe 5 people can use their penne points to choose a character for me to use that night. And then I will play said character, you know, in a few matches that night. Maybe I'll commit to like 3 matches that night with that said character, or 1 set of matches with that character, so at least you get some gameplay of that character. Okay? How does that sound? Sound good? Alright, we'll see. Remind me, though, because I'm not going to remember this tomorrow. You know that, right? You know my mind is like a sieve, and there's no chance I'm going to remember this tomorrow. So I need your help to remember to do this, set it up. I will set it up tomorrow if you remind me, okay? All right, so there you go, guys. That's what's going on with everything. Hope that sounds good. Hope that sounds interesting to you. We got a great variety week coming here of gameplay on the streams. We got good stuff, all around good stuff. And I'll be honest, I'm feeling really good right now. I am. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling happy. This month is, you know, a very festive month. A lot of people are excited for Christmas coming up. Last night, I watched A Christmas Story with my wife, the classic holiday movie. We were in a really good mood. And I want to keep that going. I want to keep that awesome, positive vibe going on the streams and everything. It's been really fun around here, and let's keep that going, shall we? Okay? All right. All right, guys. So, let's now move on to the second segment of my stream, the one that everyone loves, the gratuitous plugs. I mean, let's be honest here. Who in the holy hell doesn't love getting advertised to, right? Who doesn't? All right, give me 1 second. My nose is bothering me. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Let me take care of that, and I'll be right back in a second, and we will go to segment 2. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Ooh, almost went to a sneezing fit on stream. Like, that probably would not be good. I probably should take care of that. Whew, okay. So, gratuitous plugs. Everyone's favorite segment. Yeah, right. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love what I do for a living. I love being here on stream all day long, 6 days a week, playing games, hanging out with you guys, having fun, having a chill vibe, right? Everything's cool. I love it. All right? I absolutely love it. And, you know, it certainly wasn't always like this. You know, at one point in my time here as an internet content creator, I was actually a full-time YouTuber. And at that point in time, you know, I was able to make a living just basically putting out videos with ad revenue and stuff on them. The ads that ran paid the bills. It's not like that anymore. Ever since I became a full-time streamer almost 3 years ago now, I'm pretty much reliant on you guys and your crowdfunding efforts to keep stuff going around here. You know, it's your crowdfunding during the streams that allows me to afford games, pay the internet, keep the electricity running, get food, pay my bills, and just keep stuff going. I'm incredibly grateful that you guys have allowed me to turn my hobby, you know, into something that I do for a living. I absolutely love this, and I want to keep doing it for the foreseeable future, you know, as long as I can. I know realistically I won't be able to do it forever, but definitely, you know, keep it up. Now, that being said, I want you guys to understand something before I even start talking about the possibility of contributions and helping me out and stuff like this, okay? Contributions are not mandatory. They're appreciated, and they certainly help me to keep stuff afloat, especially during this holiday season right now. This is a time of year where at the very end of the year, I need to, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gearing up for the holiday spending Christmas presents. Not me. For me, it's saving up money to pay my tax attorney and to pay state taxes and to do all this crazy stuff. It's not a good, it's not financially, it's a terrible time for me, quite frankly. It sucks. But that's what happens when you're self-employed. That's what happens when you're kind of doing what I do. You got to take the good with the bad, right? So that being said, your contributions help tremendously, but they're not mandatory. If you could just come by my stream to hang out and you can't contribute in any way, shape, or form, that's okay. I'm perfectly happy to just have people come by and, first of all, even care about me. I've been doing this for 11 years. The fact that people still, to this day, want to come by and hang out with me, and they think that, I'm a cool guy to hang out with, and they want to hear my opinions on current games and just interact a little bit with me or other stream chatters or whatever in the chat. That's a really awesome thing, and I certainly don't take that for granted whatsoever. I absolutely love every day that I'm able to be here with you guys, okay? So thanks for that. Thanks for that support. If you can't contribute, don't worry about it. Don't feel pressured to. Don't feel like you're left out or you're the odd guy out because you can't contribute. That's not what it's all about here, all right? In fact, I actually did this for 2.5 years. I made gameplay on YouTube for 2.5 years before you could even monetize your gameplay videos on YouTube. I made no money doing it. I did it for the love of it because I absolutely love gaming. It's been my hobby my whole life, and I would continue to do this and stream in some capacity, even if I couldn't, make any money doing it, as long as I could, okay? Now, all that being said, okay, if you can contribute, absolutely please do. If you'd like to go above and beyond and contribute to the stream and allow me to continue to do what I do for a living, if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time putting out streams for you guys, if you like the fact that I still upload and archive my videos over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that YouTube has pretty much fallen apart at the seams over the years, and I get really nothing positive out of it, besides, allowing you guys to see my videos if you can't be on stream, please consider supporting in one of the following methods that I'm about to describe, okay? All right, so first of all, there's Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Your monthly pledges earn you personal perks. Thanks to anyone who currently pledges. All the details are up there on the website, so I won't go into detail, but you can give it a look at your own leisure. And thanks to anyone who is a current patron. I also have a Teespring store. Right now, it's a pretty pertinent time to mention this, considering that we're at the end of the year here, and you might be considering maybe getting a piece of merchandise for yourself or for a loved one, a fan of mine, for the end of the year, right? It might be a gift idea that you might want to think about. And I can attest that the stuff on Teespring is very high quality stuff because I personally own a bunch of it. I've had some of it for years. In fact, today, I haven't done this in a while. Today, I'm actually wearing one of my Teespring shirts. This is the original design, all right, that made my Teespring stuff popular 2 years ago. The Skull King design, okay? I've owned this shirt for 2.5 years. It hasn't faded at all. And I've worn it how many times? Dozens of times on stream. It's a great shirt, great quality stuff over on Teespring, okay? So give it a look. That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything you get there helps me out as well, just being very matter of fact. So please consider getting something on there. And just a reminder, we are in the holiday season. FYI, the sooner you get something, the better before the holiday rush happens and then everything gets backed up with shipping. Being that Christmas is less than 3 weeks away, you might want to order sooner rather than later. Fair enough? Okay. Now, if you're here live on stream and you're watching me live, the chances are you're probably going to want to contribute in a way that's going to get you some live interaction and recognition during the stream. That just makes sense, right? So there's a few ways that you could do so. If you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me during the stream, any of those three things, I'm going to give you a live shout out during the stream to say thank you very much, okay? Excuse me. In addition to that, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of your screen. So I don't know if you guys can see it there. And it says things like top cheerer and top tipper of the day. All right. So that's awesome. That allows you, if you are the top cheerer or tipper, to get extra recognition as well, which is always much appreciated, right? So that's cool. And then there's integrated there's integrated leaderboards here on Twitch as well that are integrated into everyone's stream chat. Things like the top cheerers of the week, as well as the top sub gifters of the week. That's actually a new a new feature that Twitch just recently implemented, where you can get credit for gifting subscriptions on channels. They didn't used to do that, now they do. So pretty cool stuff. Now, someone has said, actually it was Golden Colton, actually we're going to go through because he cheered overnight, but he said, I can't see those leaderboards anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be. I could see them fine. I see those leaderboards for top cheers of the week and top subs. So at least as long as I could see them, all right, I'm going to continue to give shout outs to people who are contributing via that method. I see no reason why I wouldn't, but I don't know why some people are saying they can't see it. I don't know if maybe it updated or something in certain, I don't know, certain versions of the site it disappeared. Maybe on mobile it disappeared. I don't know how that works, but I can see it. I'm going to give you guys recognition, okay? So many, many ways to get recognized on the stream for contributions. And again, thank you in advance to anyone who gives anyway. It's much appreciated. It helps out so much, all right? Especially this time of year. Now, that being said, the best way for you to contribute right now, if you want to help me out the absolute most, matter-of-factly, the best way to help me out is to tip me. The reason that helps me out more than anything else right now is because tipping me, it allows me to get those funds immediately, and it allows me to use those funds immediately. Everything else, and I mean this, like every other contribution method, whether it's Patreon, Teespring, cheering, subbing, they're all great. They're all really positive. In fact, if you sub this month, not only do you get a subscription, but you're gifting holiday-themed emotes to people in the stream chat. I actually think it's the same thing for, I think it's the same thing for people who, cheer. I think that actually also earns, like, extra emotes and things for people in the stream chat. And that's a bonus, right? But all those methods of contribution have a waiting time or a processing time by which I don't get anything right away. It takes a little while, sometimes upwards of a month or more. When you tip me, I get that immediately. And that being said, with everything coming up, like I said, with year end for me is actually a very expensive time of the year for me, which sucks. Everyone else gets to I get to spend my money on gifts. No, I get to spend my money on fucking lawyers and taxes. Very delightful, isn't it? No, it's not. So if you tip me, that's going to allow me to put that towards that annoying stuff right away and not have to worry about, oh no, now I'm behind. Now it's going to take me months of next year to get caught up in everything, okay? So please, if you can today, the best way to contribute would be by tipping me, if you can, all right? Now, there's two ways that you can tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button, or you can type !tip into the stream chat, okay? Either way, that will bring up a tips jar link that will bring you to my PayPal tips page. And a few things to know about tipping me. The first is, you don't need a PayPal account to do it at all. That's a misconception. You can actually just use a debit or credit card, much like any other payment that you would do on the internet. It's not complicated. However, some people have said that they can't find that option. That's because when you go to the PayPal tips page, it usually will show up, but sometimes it doesn't if you're on a mobile device. I strongly recommend if this is the option you're looking for because you want to pay with a debit or credit card, that you go to the desktop PC when you load that PayPal page, okay? Now, in addition to that, I strongly recommend, and this is for anyone in general, anyone who contributes to a stream online, that you hide your identity if you can, all right? Well, if you're going to tip me today, please don't use your full real name or don't use something that's going to tie someone to like a social media account of yours or whatever. The reason I say that is because sadly there are a group of people out there on the internet, they're really messed up in the head. They actually get their jollies hurting people for no reason, okay? Just because they can, they will. If they can hurt you, they will just because they can. It makes them feel good, like they have power in their lives to mess with people. I think personally it's really effed up, but these people think that it's funny or something. I don't know, okay? So that being said, you know, I want to protect my viewers from having anything malicious happen to them. And I've had situations where sadly people, you know, they'll tip, but they use their real name, and then someone gets doxxed or someone gets attacked or harassed online on their social media account because it's linked to it or whatever. I don't want that to happen, okay? So please understand, if you're going to contribute, please try to hide your identity to the best possible. It's just good practice to do that, to make sure that people cannot get your stuff. That's the last thing you want. Just because you contributed to a streamer, you don't want people messing with you, right? So that is my recommendation to you. All right, you're gonna cheer, you're gonna tip. That's different. If you're gonna cheer, you got to use your real Twitch name. But if you're gonna tip, make up a name, use an anonymous name, whatever you want to do to protect your identity. Okay. Good stuff. All right, continuing on. Let's talk about the rules. I have a few sets of rules that I have to abide by here when I live stream. The first is obviously the rule set that Twitch.tv has laid down for everyone who streams on the site. I can't just say and do whatever I want. I have to abide by Twitch's terms of service, and I very much do. So please understand that. Now, in addition to that, I have my own set of rules, my own guidelines, pretty much, of how I stream to try to maintain a certain vibe here. Basically, here's the deal. When I live stream, the whole point is I want to maintain a chill vibe here where you feel like you can come by, you can escape the stresses and the annoying things in your daily life and just come by here and hang out and kind of escape all that crap and have a good time, right? So, that being said, when you're here, you probably don't want to be bombarded by a bunch of drama. You probably don't want to be bombarded by a bunch of nonsense. You just want to relax and have a good one, maybe interact with me, interact with other stream viewers. You don't want to have a bunch of toxic, nasty stuff going on, right? And that's why I don't allow that kind of stuff. Allow me to explain. So first of all, I find, or at least I have found over the years that I've been a content creator for the internet, that there are certain topics, and when you bring them up, people just can't seem to get along. They can't seem to be civil. In a lot of cases, they can't seem to agree to disagree. It's one thing if you don't agree with someone's opinion. It's another one if you completely insult someone or just go off the rails if someone doesn't agree with your opinion on something. All right. The topics I'm talking about in particular are politics and religion. Politics and religion are these hotbed topics that for some reason people just, you can't get along. All of a sudden people get really angry with each other. And I don't want to have that on my stream, right? The last thing you want when you're going to a gameplay stream is that people arguing in the stream chat about Trump and Brexit and impeachment hearings and all kinds of shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is supposed to be a gameplay stream. Why is the entire stream chat talking about this? And it really irks me if I'm playing a fun game and I'm really enjoying it, and then I turn back to my stream to interact with people, and the entire stream chat's about politics and shit. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So, I don't allow that in my streams, okay? However, the exception to the rule here would be if we're playing a game where those are actually topics in the game. If that's the case, okay, then I can make an exception and say if we got a game where there's political topics or religious topics, we had a few this year, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Outer Worlds, just to name a couple that recently had that kind of a deal going. Then that's fine, okay? As long as it's pertinent to what we're doing, I'm okay with it. But please don't come in here and derail the stream with a bunch of stuff that's just going to get people pissy. Fair enough? All right, now in addition to that, the other thing that I really don't allow on my stream is discussion of those people out there who really just want to hurt me. All right, just being honest here. People who it is their intention to malign me, to defame me, to make me look bad on a daily basis. Now, they do it for various different reasons. Some of them do it for personal gain. They realize that doing this gets them popularity on the internet because there's a lot of toxic, fucked up, immature people on the internet who like to just see people be made fun of constantly. Some people have done it for money. They realize that they can make a lot of money doing it, especially over on YouTube, where this kind of disgusting, immoral, and toxic behavior seems to be promoted in a lot of cases. As stupid as it sounds, it seems like YouTube likes that kind of behavior and pushes it to the forefront in related videos and popular video view results and things like that, right? It's a pretty messed up situation, but that's the situation I'm in. I'm aware that there's people out there who are illegally restreaming me, people who are stealing my content and then editing it to make me look bad, people who are insulting myself and my family on a daily basis for no reason. I don't know who these people are. I seriously have never done anything to them. They do it on purpose to get ahead themselves because they are immoral, greedy, disgusting people who break the law on a daily basis. What's the point in dwelling on that? And what's the point in bringing that up on my stream, right? The truth of the matter is, every moment that you address this, you're giving them exactly the attention that they want. So if you come in here and say, oh, Phil, did you hear that this person said this about you today? Did you hear this person's attacking a fan of yours? Did you hear this person's restreaming you? Blah, blah, blah. You're literally playing right into their hands with what they want. Okay? And that's why that's against the rules. We don't allow it here on the stream. It's just against the rules to even bring it up, okay? Every once in a while, maybe there'll be something important that I feel I have to address in regards to that kind of crap. But outside of me just very briefly mentioning this kind of stuff on the pre-stream, there's absolutely no reason to ever bring it up, so please don't. It's against the rules to do so, so please don't do it. Okay? Fair enough? All right, that's the rules. Pretty simple, right? Nothing too complex. All right, now what I would like to do is send it to the third and final segment of the pre-stream where I give shout-outs to those who contributed. We update the leaderboards a bit. We get everyone, set up here for a fun gameplay stream. How does that sound? No? You guys don't want that? No. Okay. What do you want? Chocolate. You want chocolate? Well, I don't have any chocolate. I don't know how I can help you with that. Of course, I'm just messing around. So, let's do it. Third and final segment. The shout-out, shall we? So, first of all, overnight, we had a contribution from Golden Colts who cheered, and he said, where did the cheer leaderboards go? And as I've already explained, guys, I don't think the cheer leaderboards went anywhere. I think people may be confused. I'm not sure exactly what he's saying here, because I can still see the cheering leaderboard. So I have absolutely no idea why people are thinking they can't see it. I can see it. Confused a bit. All right, so hopefully this will get cleared up at some point. I don't know what Golden Colts means. I hope you guys can see the cheering leaderboard. I can see the top cheerers of the week, and I'm going to give a shout out to them in just a minute here. Okay? So there you go. Tannemounter also overnight did a 300-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tannemounter, for a 300-bit cheer overnight. Few hours ago, Fruits07 did a 50-bit cheer. All right? And he asked the following question. He says, I may have said this before, but I don't remember. I remember you said you have seen HDR before for games. HDR really is a game changer for games. It's so cool. Do you think it's a game changer? Hold on a second. I feel like I have to burp. I'm going to mute the mic while I burp. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay, I burped off the mic. Are you guys excited that I did that? Because a lot of people have always complained that when I burp directly into the mic, and they say that's absolutely disgusting and revolting. And when I do it, they want to like vomit profusely. Like they want to their heads, they want to start spinning and just spewing vomit all over the place, like the Exorcist movie. So I figured maybe I would, since I felt this one coming, which is a rarity. Usually I don't feel it coming when it's coming. But I felt that I would just mute the mic. That way you guys wouldn't have to hear it. Is that okay? Was that good for you? Was that good for you? Was that better than usual? Okay. Great. Well, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the fact that I muted the mic while I burped. Okay, so anyway. That being said, let's continue here. Fruits07 cheered. He said, I may have said this before, but I don't remember. I remember you said you have to seen HDR before for games. HDR really is a game changer for games. It's cool. Do you think it's a game changer? I remember in a video years ago, a PS4 Pro video, you said it's a non-announcement, I believe you said. I could be wrong with that, exactly what you said. Well, from what I understand, HDR apparently changes like the darkness levels or something, where it's basically deeper darks, and it basically makes color more realistic. That's, from what I'm to understand, that's exactly what it does. It makes colors look deeper and more realistic. Although, quite frankly, it's hilarious when you ask anyone further than that, they can't really explain it at all. So, I know the PS4 Pro has HDR, while the regular PS4 did not. The reason I said is last year, Kat has a PS4 Pro, and she plays her PS4 Pro hooked up to her high-grade monitor that has HDR, so when she plays games, they look really good. Like, no lie, they look really, really, really good when she plays games in her office over there. And so I was watching her play games last year. I was like, wow, this actually looks really good compared to me, what I do. Now, with my setup, guess what? I don't do HDR. I can't. I'm using equipment from 2015 that doesn't support HDR. My capture device doesn't support HDR. My capture device doesn't do 4K. It's just 1080p standard, like it was 4 years ago. None of that stuff was prominent. So my streams can't support it anyway. I don't even know if if I used HDR, I wonder if that would actually like make the bitrate change too. Like, I wonder if it would make it would take too much data. You know what I mean? Like, I can only stream at a certain bitrate on Twitch, so I wonder if enable, if I had HDR capabilities, if it would actually make the streams be more data intensive and therefore the stream wouldn't look as good. I don't know. I don't know anything about this, okay? I'm not a big technical guy when it comes to all this shit. But the truth of the matter is, I personally have never gamed in HDR. Never, not once. Because my capture setup doesn't support it. My PS4 Pro does. My television does. If I unhooked all of my capture stuff and I just played PS4 on my TV, right now I could play in 4K with HDR. But I don't have the capability to capture or stream at that, so I've literally never done it. I've never seen it. So I don't know the difference. You know, all I can tell you is watching Kat play games, her stuff does, I would say, look better than mine by a bit. Is it like, oh my god, this looks insanely amazing and my eyes are blown away? No. But does it look better than what I'm getting? Yes. So there you go. All right, so now we start off with people who actually contributed while the stream was live today, and we start off with the first. Okay. Sorry, I yawned. Okay, let's try this again. Honest Fan did a 50-bit cheer. That was the first cheer of the day. He says, love the idea for penne points. Any advice to what to do after Taco Bell Brutal Buffet? I feel a storm brewing. Well, what is a Taco Bell Brutal Buffet? I wonder what that is. I like Taco Bell. Okay. But I realize it's really low quality food, which is why you can get a ton of it for cheap. I like certain things at Taco Bell. Like I like a chicken chalupa or a chicken quesadilla. Every once in a while I'll grab like one of the random burritos or whatever. But I'm not in love with it. You know what I mean? Like I hate their tacos. I really do. I think their standard taco is just a disgrace. Even calling that a taco is just a joke. But I don't know what the hell the Brutal Buffet is. But all I can say is you might want to clear a path to your bathroom. All right, meaning make sure there's no obstacles in the way, because when you need to make a beeline, you're gonna need to. In addition, make sure you have plenty of toilet paper, maybe even some butt wipes. You know, you get those like wet wipes or whatever. You might need those. You might need a hose to spray your ass when you're done. Like, you know, Taco Bell could be some serious business. You may be in there for a while, and there may be a mess to clean up after. Maybe you need a mop and bucket. Might be a good idea. Some bathroom cleaner, Mr. Clean or something, to scrub the walls when you're done. Okay? So there you go. All right. 90% of the time tipped me $1 and said, salt, salt, salt. Well, thank you very much. Tasty salt. Jack Spartacus tipped me $4. Says, you know what? Have some money. Well, thank you very much, Jack Spartacus. You're actually the top tipper of the day so far, so let's get you up on the leaderboard. That is a $4 tip. Thank you very much. And that means we're up to $5 in tips so far today. Let's update that, shall we? Good. Lego Mario tipped me $1, and he says, hold on, now we're up to $6 in tips. Let me update that. Oops. Excuse me. Okay. So, Lego Mario says the following. Despite the Disney games being too late of a stream for me, I'm going to splurge just this once, because both of those games are part of my childhood. I don't care which one you play, just as long as the stream is fun and interactive. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, never played Aladdin at all. And Lion King, the complete opposite. I owned it and played the shit out of it and mastered it. And admittedly, I remember Lion King is a very difficult game unless you know exactly what to do. If you know what to do, it's actually not difficult at all. Like I remember the final boss, Scar, he jumps at you and you need to press a button at exactly the right time. You reverse his jump and flip him towards the edge. And the point, you need to flip him off the edge of the cliff just like Simba does in the movie. It's actually a pretty accurate reenactment of the movie. But if you don't know the setup to do it, he's invincible to beat. You can't ever beat him. He has infinite health. It's a trick to win. So, it's going to be interesting because like I said, I remember certain things, but I haven't played the game in 25 years. I don't know how many of those I'll be able to implement into the playthrough. You know what I mean? Aladdin I've never played. So I don't know how this is going to go tonight. We're going to find out, though. It should be interesting. Okay? But anyway, thank you for the $1 tip. Yes, and remember, even if you cannot attend a stream, you can always get caught up on the videos over on DSPGaming afterward and after the fact. That's why I still upload to YouTube. Okay? Then I got a $1 troll tip that I will completely ignore because this guy's an idiot. So thank you very much to the idiot for the $1 tip. Ah, shit. Okay. Mr. Papavera cheered. What's up, Mr. Papavera? He says, speaking of TVs, I really wanted to get an OLED TV, but missed it. Do you have your eyes on anything to get anything for Black Friday? No. No. Last year, okay, a fan was incredibly generous and gifted me a PS4 Pro, and then another fan was incredibly generous and gifted me a new TV so that I could continue on with my awesome streams. It's the only reason I was able to afford it was the generosity of others. I have no money to spend on stuff, being very honest. I just don't. All my money is going towards taking care of my financial problems. So, no. Unlike you guys, like I said, end of the year, a lot of people are thinking about, oh man, what can I get for Christmas presents? What can I do for Black Friday? And that's not the situation for me. My situation is, how do I pay a tax attorney to file my taxes? How do I pay my taxes? That's what I gotta think of. So, there you go. PW Dubs, Timmy, $2. He says, any thoughts on climate change? Not the political side of it, but do you feel like it's real? Yes. I can tell you it's real because I definitively have seen climate change myself with my own 2 eyes since I was a kid to now. As I was growing up, weather was very different in Connecticut than it was when I left there 5 years ago. And my parents continue to tell me about the climate change there. And even they admit that it has to be real. The thing is, there's a difference between admitting climate change, like admitting it exists, and figuring out why it exists. Okay? Truth of the matter is, I wholeheartedly do believe that humans have left some kind of a carbon footprint on this planet that has screwed it up. I mean, it's undoubtable. We're burning things constantly. It's going to the atmosphere. At the very same time, if you look at the history of the Earth, which is what scientists have done, they'll tell you that this happens all the time. They'll tell you that this has happened to the Earth many, many times in the past, that we have a situation where the climate will change, and we can't really stop it. I mean, the problem is we're accelerating it, but we can't really stop it. It's going to happen no matter what, and we're either going to adapt or we're going to die. I mean, just take a look at all the different creatures that have died off over the years that have lived on Earth at one point, and now they're extinct, right? So if humans are to adapt, what we need to do is find out exactly what's going on with the climate, figure out if we can stop it from accelerating to the point where we can't survive the dramatic changes that are going to happen, and then adapting the way that we live to survive whatever climate changes are coming, okay? That's different than either blanket denying it, which is stupidity in my opinion. It's just dumb as fuck. There's no one out there who can say it's not happening. If you actually study scientific fact, it's proven that it's fucking happening. Okay? The problem is people want to act, oh, it's not the humans' fault. Who cares whose fault it is? I don't care if it's the humans. I don't care if it's Mother Nature. I don't care if it's a secret alien who has a really hot colon and he's squirting lava blasts of ass juice into the middle of the planet and it's heating it up. I don't care why. I just want to know, what do we do to solve the problem, right? Or how do we adapt to survive the problem? But that's the problem. Everyone always wants to point fingers instead of fixing the problem. And, you know, I don't talk about politics often, but I'll bring this up too, right? In the United States, we have a problem with guns. The problem is that people keep shooting each other with them. Now, instead of fixing the problem and preventing people from shooting each other with guns, we all point fingers. Oh, it's the gun manufacturers. Oh, it's the fact that this and that. Who cares? I don't care, you know, the ins, outs, and buts about the bullshit of it. We just have to stop the problem, right? I don't care. Instead of just sitting here arguing and not doing anything, how about we actually do something to get something done so people stop getting shot? It's the same thing with climate change. Instead of just, oh, it exists, it doesn't exist. How about we just stop it so that we don't all fucking melt? How about that? That we don't turn into pools of juice. Can we fix that, please? But this is what our politicians do. They're fucking idiots. All right? So there you go. There you go. And Grungy just said, well, the guns are responsible for global warming. Now we've hit it on the head. Now we've hit the penultimate here. All right. So anyway, yeah. I think if you're an intelligent human and you actually do a little bit of research, you have to admit that you think global warming does exist. And there's not much, there's not much you can do to deny it unless you're an ignorant idiot. What we do about it is another thing entirely that I'm not going to get into. Okay? Lego Mario tipped me $1 and says, a lot of celebrities are passing away recently. It's sad to think about, especially the 2018 death of R.L. Ermey. Do you think he's barrel rolling over in his grave? No, he's not barrel rolling in his grave. But you're right. It's sad to see people pass, especially people who, in pop culture, notably, have done things that they're remembered for. And, there's still things to this day that we talk about that we don't realize what people have passed, Yeah, but that's just life. People live, people pass, and some people have really amazing legacies, and that's why they live on. That's why we remember them, right? Two Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Two Bar King. That's... Oh, you see, now this is the case. Excuse me, everyone. I could not mute the mic when I burped because it came out of nowhere. I was in the middle of a sentence, and a burp exploded out of my throat. So I couldn't mute the mic, and now you guys are going to say that's revolting and start doing your 360 head-spinning vomiting because you heard it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry. Okay, Two Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Two Bar King. Technically, you were the top cheerer, except immediately following when you did that, Honest Fan did a 135-bit cheer and says, know your place, Two Bar. This is Daddy's house. So... Honest Fan still remains the top cheerer of the day. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. There we go. Mr. Bubba Vera cheered again. He says, I think you'll like Aladdin. I only played it on the SNES, but the controls are really tight and responsive. Great. Sounds good. Thank you for the cheer. The Villain X has resubbed for 4 months in a row, but actually 7 months total. Thank you, Villain X, for all that support. Lego Mario took me $1. And said, when the Sonic movie comes out, do you think Urkel will have a cameo? Do you think they'll have a Sonic fast food restaurant will sell the Sonic the Hedgehog branded chili dogs? First of all, that would be really cool if there was a Jaleel White cameo. Jaleel White is the actual name of the actor who played Urkel. However, at this point, Jaleel White is so old, I don't know if anyone would recognize him. You know what I mean? Now, the reason that you might not understand that, this actor did the voice of Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons for a decade. He was 2 different Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons that Jaleel White voiced Sonic in. And I thought that it was really cool that he did that. You know, it was perfect. It fit the character. And I think that it would be pretty cool. At least to have him in the movie as a cameo would be pretty neat for fans of Sonic. They would understand that. However, most people wouldn't even understand it and probably wouldn't recognize him. It would go right over their heads. Okay? Now, as for Sonic, the fast food chain, doing a tie-in with Sonic selling chili dogs, that would be fucking outstanding. Like, no lie, that would probably be one of the coolest, ingenious things. They could have Sonic running around their commercials, collecting rings, eating chili dogs, and then you have the guy, you remember the 2 stupid mascot guys they have in their commercials talking about it. I think that would actually probably get people to go to Sonic and buy the hot dogs. I'm not kidding. So that would be neat. I hope that they actually do that. Okay, Lego Mario took me another $1. He says, if Lion King and Aladdin become successful streams, will you consider playing them Afternoon Collection? That has the game DuckTales 1 and 2, Chip and Dale 1 and 2, Darkwing and Tailspin. It's $20 on PSN. Yes, I would. Now, I've already played DuckTales. I played the remastered version many years ago. I think that was like 2013 or whatever. I already played that. But I would consider playing the other ones. Yeah, as chill streams, as like, you know, stuff to do to balance out content, absolutely I would consider that. Okay? We'll see what happens. Okay. So hold on. 11. I think we're up to $12 in tips, but don't quote me on it. I might be off. I've lost track of a couple dollars here. I think we're at $12 in tips though. Calibor Man cheered and says, I nominated Dead Rising 4 for the Christmas Marathon. All right, very good. Thank you, Calibor Man, for nominating that. We'll see. We'll see how the other nominations go. See what makes to the final polls. For those who don't remember, Dead Rising 4, a rarity, a holiday-themed video game. Yeah, it came out many years ago on the Xbox One, and it was a holiday-themed game with holiday music and holiday decorations and holiday weapons in it, all for Christmas. It was pretty neat. However, it did completely casualize the game series. It made it insanely easy to the point where, like, there was no real challenge to the game anymore, and a lot of hardcore fans of Dead Rising hated where the series went, and they haven't made another one since, so essentially it might have killed the series. I don't know. Sub Club Thug did a 50-bit cheers. Are you going to stop using single-use plastic water bottles to lower your footprint on climate change? Actually, the water bottles that I use are Crush Conserve water bottles, meaning that they're specially designed to be able to be crushed and recycled easily and be made into more water bottles. So, in reality, I am doing what I can here. Instead of using, say, a big-ass water bottle that you're right, it's going to go to a landfill or whatever, I recycle heavily. We have recycling every 2 weeks, and I have a giant blue can of recyclables that goes out. So, you know, do I have a carbon footprint? Absolutely. Is it huge? No. No, not at all. I'm not throwing away a ton of shit. I recycle a lot. So, even though you may see me crushing bottles on stream, those bottles are all getting recycled every single time. Okay? Let's see here. Super Batcat tipped me $5.50. It says, sorry, I can't stay for the stream, but have a good one. Thank you, Super Batcat. You're a top contributor of the stream. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. Shit. And that gets us up to $17 tip so far. Oh my god, I can't do this right today. Having many difficulties. John also tipped me $2. Says recipes to Boogie. I don't know why this is a running meme joke. People do this every day. They come in here and they say rest in peace Boogie. I don't know why. I don't know how that became a meme. But okay, thank you for the $2 tip, John. Alright, now, what I'd like to do is give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week per the leaderboard here. Thank you to everyone so far who has cheered this week. I mean, the week is still young. It's only Thursday, but thank you so far. We've got The Lone Warrior in 10th place, PW Dubs in 9th, Fence Riding Bag Mixer in 8th, Philly Buckeye in 7th, Papavera, Mr. Papavera in 6th place, Captain K-Man in 5th, Golden Colts in 4th, Two Bar King in 3rd place, Falcon Born Plays and Accio Artorias are actually tied for 1st. Oh my god, excuse me. So if you're not aware, I ate breakfast this morning, which is probably why I'm so gassy. I had a bowl of goldened grams. The grams that have been goldened. They are absolutely delicious. And now I'm paying for it apparently with gas. Figure that one out. Alright, so thank you to all those who cheered this week so far. In addition, thanks to the people who gifted subs this week, including D-Trains12, Unfazed Shade, Internet Famous McCroy, Frenolith, and Philly Buckeye. Thank you guys for all that, all those contributions. Lego Mario tipped me $1. Because if you paid attention to the Sonic trailer, one of the main characters is played by James Marsden, who shot to fame in the 90s, plus the music in the trailer is really Gangsta's Paradise, so it seems they're trying to reference the appeal of the 90s gen. There you go. How exciting. James Marsden wasn't he the main character in Hop as well? It's like the same movie. He's driving cars with animated characters in them or something. Awful Waffle did a 50-bit cheers to Scut Farkas. What a rotten name. There he stood between us and the alley. Scut Farkas staring out at us with his yellow eyes. He had yellow eyes. So help me God, yellow eyes. That, of course, is a reference to A Christmas Story, a American traditional movie from the 1980s that every year I watch, and I watched it with my wife last night. So it's very pertinent that you did that right now in pre-stream because I just watched the movie last night. Scut Farkas. What a name. If ever you have a son, name him Scut. That's the ticket to success. PW Dubs just cheered. He says, what's your reasoning for increasing minimum cheer to avoid trolls? First of all, I haven't increased minimum cheer in over 2 years. Over 2 years. Yeah. Basically, the deal is that when I first started being an interactive streamer here on Twitch and I enabled things like cheering and the like, I knew nothing about how any of it worked. I didn't know any of the ins and outs. I didn't know, how anything was going to go. And if I remember, I think originally I had it set up that you could do like a cheer for 10 bits or something like that. And I think I had it so that like those would all show up as pop-up messages on the stream. So I just remember one particular day, the stream pop-ups never stopped. It was just constant pop-ups on the stream, and because the cheering was so low, such low amounts, that people were spamming cheers to just say stupid shit. Like, fuck you, Phil, suck it, you're fat, you're stupid, dumb shit. And so people would come in here and do like 50, 60 cheers that were all insulting back to back, and they would all keep popping up on the stream. So, after conferring with my viewers and my moderators, I realized I should up these limitations. So now there's a minimum cheer. There's a minimum amount of cheering that would get a pop-up message on the screen, you see? And because of those limitations, now we don't get a bunch of spam. Do we still get annoying people who insult me? Absolutely. But do we get it every possible waking moment of a stream? No. So that's why we have those limitations in place. And I don't think we've ever needed to change them. It's been a long time now. Like I said, I think it's been like 2 years since we even changed one of them. Because I think we found the perfect level where everything works now. Okay? Okay, guys? So, thank you so much for the support so far. We're going to do is take a few minutes break. I got to use the restroom before we start here, okay? Then we're going to start up with Shenmue 3. I'll come back. I'll update the sub leaderboard here, sub count. FYI. You know, best way to support me today is by tipping me. Please consider tipping if you are going to support. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks, guys, and see you in a bit.